Hey folks, uh, as of 7 p.m. last night, Saturday night, there were over 40,000 Moore County, North Carolina residents without power. Some of you may have heard about this already. It's being covered on a few prepper channels that I know of. I'm sure if you're local to the issue, you already know about it. But sometime Saturday night, the Moore County in North Carolina was hit with multiple power outages. Like I said, sometime just after 7 p.m. that night, several communities across the county began to experience power outages. Duke Energy, which operates the power grid in that county, responded to at least two different substations, and there was evidence of intentional vandalism at both. I actually believe that there might be more than just two substations from what information that I'm getting. And according to reports that I've read, and I'm going to be linking two different articles down below, but according to two different reports that I've read, the damage was done from gunfire to substations. So right now they're suspecting intentional vandalism. Well, I've got to tell you, if the damage is the result of gunfire and it happened at more than one substation, obviously it's intentional. Now the question remains: is this just vandalism, or is it actually intended to be something else? Is there more to it? The article on Fox News said, as of Sunday afternoon, PowerOutage.us said 40,679 customers were still without power. The sheriff gave a few more details about the situation, saying there was extensive damage found at two substations caused by multiple gunshots, which caused power outages primarily in the central and northern portions of the county. Because of the power outage, a curfew will go into effect on Sunday at 9 p.m. until Monday morning at 5 a.m. Investigation into the vandalism at the substations is underway by the FBI, State Bureau of Investigations, and local law enforcement. Let's see. Moore County Director of Public Safety said during the press conference that Moore County Sportsplex was being opened as a shelter from 4 p.m. at 4 p.m. on Sunday for those without power. The facility can hold 225 to 250 citizens and will remain open until the county feels it is unnecessary. Jeff Brooks from Duke Energy said a full power restoration may not occur until Thursday. So you're looking at almost a week without power. Some people may be going almost a week without power. He explained that unlike a storm where power can be rerouted, there's equipment at substations that needs to be replaced or repaired because of the gunfire. Right now they're looking at multiple paths for restoration, and it's their number one priority to get power back on for the customers. As a result of the power outage, Moore County School Superintendent Tim Locklear announced schools would be closed on Monday and the situation would be evaluated on a day-by-day case. The Sheriff Fields would not go into specifics of the investigation because he did not want to jeopardize it in any way, but he did reaffirm the FBI and SBI were working every avenue they can to find individual responsible. No group has accepted responsibility for what Fields called a targeted attack, not calling it domestic terrorism. One of the other articles basically says essentially the same thing, but it goes into a little bit more detail about where the outage affects people. Again, it says different substations. Evidence was discovered that indicated the intentional vandalism had occurred at multiple sites. I take that to mean more than two. because it was just two sites. They would probably specify that. When you say multiple sites, maybe that's just me, but I read that as being more than two. The outages included 2,000 just south of Carthage, 11,000 in Southern Pines, 11,000 in the Pinehurst area, and 5,000 outages in Aberdeen. Some of the power outages stretch out to the Foxfire community. I'm not real familiar with that area, but if you live in that area, and that's what they're reporting right now. They're asking people to stay off the road if possible, and treat all intersections as four-way stops. And here again it says, last night unknown individuals vandalized at least 2 substations in Moore County with criminal intent. Motive for this crime remains unknown. So, yeah, that's the question here. Is this just people being jerks, to try to put it nicely? Is that just people trying to be jerks and just causing chaos for the fun of it? Or was this intended to be more of a attack with other intentions? I mean, they're obviously not saying anything about it being domestic terrorism or anything like that, but the thought has to run through your mind, because and also another thing that these 2 articles didn't cover, it didn't specify, it doesn't say whether the damage at these multiple substations happened at the same time or consecutively. So, I mean, there were reports of explosions, I believe, and according to another article, I'm not linking that one right now because I don't remember which one it is. But I did hear reports of there were explosions. Now, whether these explosions were due to the gunfire, due to maybe small explosives, or because of damaged equipment getting overloaded and exploding, I don't know. This is all up in the air right now. We don't know. I don't know any more than what's in these articles. But this is something I'm sure we'll find out more of over the next couple of days. In the meantime, folks, I wouldn't freak out about this, but this is a reminder that we need to be aware of what's going on around us. Because while this might just be some people acting out, causing chaos, and acting stupid, but it could very well be part of a bigger picture, and that's something we just don't know right now. That's why it's important that we try to stay aware of what's going on around us, and be prepared for things like this to happen. Violence, unfortunately, over the past couple of years, violence is becoming more and more common, and it's something that we need to be prepared for. But not only that, we need to be prepared for loss of power for unexpected reasons, loss of any kind of system of support for unexplained reasons. So they're talking about being 4 or 5 days without power. It would be nice to have a generator and some fuel to fuel that generator, because I'm sure a lot of people that have generators are going to be going out and filling up multiple cans to take back to their house so they can power their generator. That's obviously probably going to create a little bit extra pressure on the fuel supply in those areas. And it would be nice to have some fuel on hand so that you don't have to rush out in the middle of the night trying to get fuel along with the rest of the county that you live in. So this just goes back to remind everybody, why it's good to be alert and aware of what's going on in your area and around you, and be prepared for system failure for any reason, really. I mean, this could have been a storm. This could have been icing, snow, hurricane. Could be this, which is intentional vandalism, apparently. Whether that vandalism is actually more criminal intent, who knows, but this is just a reminder to be prepared for things like this and stay alert. I mean, when something like this is going on, we don't know if it's in one aspect of a larger issue that's occurring. So just be aware. Don't freak out. Don't panic, but be aware. Stay safe. And, prepare for things like this. I'm sure like I said, I'm sure we'll know more in the next couple of days, but this is what I know right now. And hopefully it's nothing more serious than just an act of stupid vandalism. I'm hoping that's all it is, and it's not anything more serious than that. So that's all I've got, just a quick update for that. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, folks, take care, stay safe, keep prepping. I'll catch you later.